husband works 6, sometimes 7 days a week, 10 to 12-hour shifts. So because of that, I get up once a week to do meal prep for him. I usually do it on Wednesdays, but I was sick yesterday, so I'm gonna have to do it today. His shifts be like early morning into the afternoon. So I do like a breakfast, 2 snacks, and a lunch, just to hold him over. Not to mention cook dinner too. Now, I'm saying that I ain't complaining just because I work full time. My husband work full time, but my husband don't do no cooking. Like my husband don't do no cooking. That works for us. I don't pay no bills, even though I work full time. Again, that's what works for us. He makes my life easier. I'm gonna make his life easier. So I'm not gonna complain about cooking no more than he complain about paying bills. And with that being said, I'm about to pull this hair back and get in this kitchen and start this meal prep for this man. So I do a breakfast and a lunch, as I said. So I boiled his noodles already for the lunch. I'll get to that shortly. Now I got the oven preheated to 400 degrees so that I can go ahead and put these hash brown patties. I just bought a box of hash brown patties out of Walmart. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these hash browns in the oven. Once they get about halfway done, I'm gonna butter the muffins and sit those in too. Since the muffins don't take but a little while to get toasted, I'll sit those in and let them toast while the hash browns are finishing. And then I'll build his breakfast sandwiches up, and then we'll get into what the noodles are for. You guys will see it once we get to that point. So for his lunch, we're gonna do a baked ziti and a baked seafood stuffed shell. I try not to do the same thing all week because I personally get tired of eating the same food all week. That's why I don't meal prep for myself. I'm gonna cut up this onion and bell pepper, and then I'm gonna cut up these. Now that everything is chopped up, I'm gonna let the onions and bell pepper cook in a skillet of hot oil for about 5 minutes, just so they can soften up a little bit before I add the ground pork into it. So let's get started. I added in a little ground pork and a little Italian sausage. Y'all know I don't measure, so just a little bit of both. However much you need, just how much I need. Once that's cooked down, you add some of your favorite pasta sauce. Now I seasoned this off camera, but I went ahead and threw the tomatoes in that we cut up earlier, and I seasoned it with black pepper, Tony's no salt, onion powder, complete seasoning, Italian seasoning, and garlic powder. And then I put a pinch of sugar in it. Season it how you want, season it how much as you want. This is how I do it. I can't tell you how much or nothing I put in it, but this is what I put in it. Now my husband likes to say all Italian food, anything with pasta sauce gives him heartburn. And because of that, I have to make a cream sauce mixed with his pasta sauce. So I just put a little heavy cream in it and a little cheese in it later, just to kind of balance it out, to tone down some of the acid of the pasta sauce. It helps him. I'm gonna put a lid on this to simmer while we get back into this breakfast that we started earlier. So I did go ahead and butter the muffins so that they can go in the oven. So now for these breakfast sandwiches, I do a half a roll of this Tennessee Pride mild sausage and then a half a roll of the hot sausage. I'm gonna mix them both up and then mat them out into paste. So just in case y'all was wondering, I did get the muffins out the oven, but for this, I gotta make the seafood stuffed shell. Well, some of the seafood is just shrimp and salmon stuffed shell. Now this is too much salmon, so I'm only gonna use half of it. I'll put the rest of it in plate somehow or another, but I'm gonna cut this up and get this mixture going, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna take that shrimp and salmon and just go ahead and grind it up in this food processor, just to get it a little bit finer, because I tried to chop it, but I realized that was gonna take too long. So I think that's good enough. And since I got this thing out, I'm gonna go ahead and shred up some of this cheese. I've never used it before, so this is the first time for me. Y'all can watch me mess up or get it right. I don't know, so we're gonna find out. Well, that wasn't too bad. So I told y'all I had to add the cheese to that pasta mixture. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of that. So it's been simmering for some time, but I had turned it off for a little while, so it ain't been simmering the whole time. So I told y'all when I started, I had to boil the noodles earlier. The noodles were already boiled. I added cheese to this just until it was thick. Like I said, that pasta sauce tend to give my husband heartburn or indigestion or something, so I have to add like a creamy sauce, a creamy white sauce to kind of balance it out. But anyway, so now that I've thickened this up, I'm gonna go ahead and add this to these noodles. Once I get this mixed up, I'm gonna put some cheese on top, store it in the oven, let it bake for about 30 minutes. This mixture. So that's mixed up. I did put a little bit of those bell pepper onions in it. My husband thinks that bell pepper and onion go in everything. I don't know why, he just do. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this cream cheese in it. I'm gonna season it with white pepper, Old Bay, Tony's no salt, this Dan Sea seasoning, and New Orleans Cajun. I do put a little panko breading because it'll hold it together, and the rest of this cheese. We'll get into that shortly. I forgot to tell y'all that sausage was done. I already pulled it and put it to the side. I got all that seasoned and mixed up. It should look like this. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff these shells. I told y'all I boiled the shells already. So I'm gonna go ahead and stuff them so they can get ready for the oven. I'll show y'all those when they get stuffed. I got the shells stuffed. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the oven, covered for about 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna pull them out and make the white sauce, cover them with that, with cheese, put it back in there for another 15 minutes. And once they come out, they'll be ready to be bowled up and ready for his lunches. So let me go ahead and show them to you now. So that's what the shells look like before I put them in the oven. We're gonna go ahead and set them in the oven, like I said, for about 30 minutes. And we're gonna come back to them a little bit later. Let me go ahead and work on these breakfast sandwiches. Now before I get to the breakfast sandwiches, I went ahead and cut these apples up and peel these grapes off. So I can go ahead and bag this up because you usually have a fruit bag, yogurt, some kind of granola or some kind of snack basically to go in between the breakfast and lunch that he have prepped up. So I'm gonna bag this stuff up. Hopefully we're getting close to the time for me to pull these shells out the oven. But like I said, I'm gonna prep these breakfast sandwiches first before I even go back to that. So what's the breakfast sandwich without an egg? So I'm gonna do 6 eggs, a little heavy whipping cream. I always put shredded cheese in it. I don't know why, even though I put a slice of cheese on a breakfast sandwich, but I'm still gonna put a little shredded cheese in it, salt and pepper. We're gonna mix this up. Get these eggs scrambled. I'm gonna try to scramble them soft. We'll see how that turn out. I always make them hard, but we'll give it a... I already got the butter melted in this pan. Don't ask me how much because y'all know I don't. Now that I got everything finished, this sandwich is going to consist of a piece of sausage, which cooked earlier, the hash brown that we washed cooked earlier, a slice of cheese. He probably would have put 2 slices of cheese on it, but that's why I'm doing this and he's not. Egg, and the top. So that's that. And we'll do it for all 6. We'll wrap them up and that'll be those. So this is the sauce for those seafood stuffed shells. It's nothing but butter, heavy cream, some red pepper flakes, a little garlic, and cheese. That's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce this cheese down and then I'm gonna take those out and pour it over the top. So we'll get to that. I'll show y'all in a second. So that's what they look like when I take them out the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this sauce on top of them. And it goes back in the oven for about another 15 to 20 minutes. And there go your shells. There go your baked ziti. Everything is finished.